go. Okay, hello and welcome to the Shred 10 overview. I'm Mimi Blankenship, and I'm going to just run through the basics about Shred 10 and Juice Plus and how it works and why it works. So the first thing I want you to know is that I'm married to Matt, and we have 4 grown kids, and we love Juice Plus. We've been doing it now for actually 19 years. And I joined as an affiliate back 17 years ago because I love Juice Plus and I love what it's done for our family. And I just wanted to share it and get the best price on the product. So that is literally why I joined. But it turned into much more. The longer I've done it, the more good friends I've made and been able to help a lot of people. So it is not at all my background. Nutrition and wellness is not my background. But when I got into this, I enjoyed learning and just knowing more about what we can do, simple steps. So what Juice Plus basically is plant powders, plants that are grown by our farmers without pesticides, super clean. And I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get into the basics of Shred 10. But it's sort of an answer to prayer. It is an answer to prayer. It's clean food that we can put in our bodies every day, and that it's safe and it's effective. It's from we say womb to tomb because we have a pregnancy study. Kids love the gummies, so do adults. The plant powders are just phenomenal in that they provide the nutrition our body desires. A lot of people think we need more protein, and the truth is we just need more whole foods because our body knows what to do with the whole plant. So that is what made sense to me when I started learning more about it. And actually, I knew very little about it. I just knew that I wasn't going to juice. I'd tried that. It didn't work. My kids wouldn't drink it. This was an easy way to get it in our whole family, in their body. So that's what Juice Plus basically is. And we're a global health food company. We're all over the world. We're in 27 countries now. We just added Portugal. So it's so great that we can help people around the world. So I am going to share my screen just to show you a little bit more about it. And so you can stop me at any time if you have a question. This is very casual, but this image just talks about what Shred 10 is. I'm actually going to come back to that one. What I want to show you is, I'm opening everything up that I wanted to show you. Here we go. So these capsule bottles, this is what we call a quad because it's 4 bottles. It's fruit, vegetable, berry, and our plant-based omega. And then these are the shakes back here. So you can start anytime, and most people start on doing the capsules at least for a few days or a week. And the shakes, you can do the shakes too before they incorporate Shred 10. And there's a good reason for that, because when you start with just the basics, your body starts adjusting. Most of us are not eating all the plants, that whole rainbow of color, which is what is so effective when you take these capsules. So and I'll show you a little bit more, the vegetables. And what they've done is they've juiced and dried it. They've removed the sugar, the salt, and the water from the plants. So you end up with this powder. That's what I was referring to when I said plant powders. And I will show you the ingredients list too. You'll see that. So this green bottle is the veggies. This red bottle is the fruit. And the purple bottle is the berries. And why do you have it divided out like that? Because you want the whole rainbow, and you end up with all the colors in here of the things we're not eating every day. Even over my 17 years of sharing Juice Plus, I still have not found one person that can eat 30 fruits and vegetables every day. And you might wonder, well, what's a serving? How many servings are we supposed to have? And the government used to say 5 a day. You might remember that when they used to say eat 5 a day. But now what they say is that a normal, average, healthy person needs 10 servings a day. And what is a serving? A serving is the size of your fist. So whatever size, like a baby fist or an adult fist, or like some big football player or pro athlete, their fists are bigger. So that's what a serving looks like. And then we added this plant-based omegas. So our body needs omegas, but these are from actually where the omegas come from, which is algae. but we've added some other seed oils, 5 others, so you get the full spectrum of omegas. And things I've noticed is that my dry eye went away. I've had less joint pain. I hear stories every day about how the omegas have helped people. It's heart health, it's brain health. There's so many things. And even for women that are pregnant, it's great for the developing baby, but also postpartum. It does go to the brain, and it helps with any type of mood disorders, whether that's anxiety, depression, mood swings, anything from small to large. So I love the fact we can get these, and we call this the quad. So we'll look more at that. And the shakes come in chocolate and vanilla, and that's our breakfast every day. We do a shake every day, and it makes such a difference in just how I feel, but I'm getting the protein, the fiber, and a lot more. There's all kinds of plants in there. Okay. So anybody have a question about any of that? Because I'm going to move on to something else. Okay. So I have some great, you get, when you start this, you get a great shred guide. This is just can be emailed to you. There are tons of recipes in here that are all shred friendly. We say shred friendly because it means what they have is no gluten, no dairy, and no processed sugar. So what I want to show you, here's just a list of some of the recipes, but what I want to show you, let me scroll down. There's a grocery guide. So if you're like, I have no idea how to make this stuff, they actually have a grocery list for you that you can take to the store and get some things you want, and even a snack list of things that are really going to keep you full. And by the way, you're never deprived on this. You're always eating healthy, and you're eating when you're hungry. So it's not a diet, and it's definitely not something that's going to make you feel uncomfortable. And that's why it's so sustainable. So anyway, I can definitely share that with you. This is the Complete Creations. These are wonderful smoothies, and these we call energy bites. Here's a smoothie bowl. Some people make hot chocolate with the Chocolate Complete. This is a great little cookbook. People make pancakes and pudding with the Complete powder. So you don't have to do a smoothie, but I think the goal is to do at least one a day, whether it's in some recipe or you're just shaking it up in a shaker bottle or putting it in your blender. So that is the idea. And we do that even when we're not shredding. So I like to, whoops, I did not mean to do that. Where'd it go? Here it is. I know there's a little bit small image, but let me see if I can make it bigger. There we go. So why would you do the shred? And these are some of the results. Craving more fruits and vegetables. Some people just don't crave them, or they don't want to eat them raw. They want to eat them cooked, and where they lose a lot of their nutrient value. A healthier weight. I just talked to my cousin in North Carolina, and she couldn't get on this morning, but she said, tell them in my 10 days, I lost 5 pounds and I don't crave the unhealthy things right now. I feel so good. 5 pounds is a lot, actually, to do in 10 days. Must have been some water weight too. Anyway, better recovery from a workout. So I hear all the time people say, whatever level of exercise or movement they're doing, they can feel better and less sore muscles. I even had a friend, one other story. She said she went out to work in her, they have a farm, and she had this big weeding machine that she was think of a stand-up mower that she was pushing. And she said, tomorrow I'm just going to be so sore. And she said she took a little extra on the purple berries, and she said she was fine. So what it does is it helps you to overcome that soreness that you sometimes feel after a workout. Improve sleep. I mean, I don't know about you, and I know as a young mom, Emily, sleep is something you really love to get, and you don't get enough at times, but you definitely get to go into a deeper sleep when your body has nutrition that it needs. And of course, more energy. Whenever we do have all the nutrition in our body, we have more energy. Healthier hair, skin, and nails. I've noticed all that myself. Improve regularity. That's a huge one. And I know people don't like to talk about that much, but being regular is big. Colon cancer is now the number 2 cancer that is taking lives. So we really want to be sure, and you have regularity. I do have a child that would not eat vegetables until he did Juice Plus, and he was constipated most of the time. Increased mental clarity. That is an amazing one. And I think the omegas contribute a lot, and the berries to that one. But I have noticed less brain fog. I still stumble for words sometimes, but I know that the mental clarity is just it's a big gift to have that. So, all right, let's go and look at what else I had lined up here to show you. Not that one. I'll show you this one real quick. This is a tracker sheet. This is optional. You don't have to do this, but a lot of people like to keep track. And if it's your first shred, I think it's a good idea. But it's just the 10 days on a piece of paper. You would print this out and you would just check off, like, took my Juice Plus today, had a complete shake number 1 and 2. You don't have to do 2, but I will tell you that 2 is a huge game changer. But I only did 1 for my first several shreds, so that's optional. Getting sleep, drinking water, exercise, not eating gluten, dairy, caffeine, alcohol, and not after 6 p.m. And there's a reason for that, because eating after 6 p.m., we really want to give our body the chance to digest. And one of the things I love about Shred 10 is that it's supported by science. It's not just, hey, let's try this out and see how it works. It is a way to remove toxins from your body and to help your body function more optimally. So we have science showing that it supports your cardiovascular wellness, your immune system is supported, increased lung health, gum health, brain health, vision, and a great source of fiber, which we all need more fiber. And of course, a source of protein, but a plant-based source of protein. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. Please, if you have a question, you can stop me. I'm almost done, but you can always ask me a question. These are the guidelines. This is kind of tiny, isn't it? Hard to see.
I did have a question. Do y'all usually do the shakes as a meal replacement or as a meal, like if you did 2, could you do like meal replacement and like snack, or like what do you usually do?
I do it for breakfast, and then sometimes I make, I love the chocolate. We make it into like a really thick, like a mousse or a pudding, and we'll have that maybe after dinner. Our dinner is usually like either a protein and some veggies, or we'll make a big salad and put everything on it, and then have a pudding for dessert. So that's how we get our second shake in. Kids love the pudding too, by the way, Emily, if you want to
I
try.
was about to say, I think my kids would really be into that
Yeah.
situation.
Yes. That's a really good question. And you don't have to do 2 shakes, but I did notice a difference as far as losing weight and getting like less bloating, that kind of thing. So I know this is tiny, I couldn't make it bigger, but basically the guidelines are add more plant food, take your Juice Plus capsules, 1 to 2 complete shakes a day, drink plenty of water. And what we say, plenty of water, what is that? It's basically take your body weight and take that number and cut it in half. And whatever that number is, that's how many ounces are good. But of course, if you're under stress or you're exercising a lot, you want to drink more. So it's just, we don't give people an exact number for that reason. I love this number 4, take 10 deep breaths and get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. The deep breaths are about reducing stress. And I love that, because I've always told my kids when they're stressed, like, just stop and breathe, stop and breathe. It really helps. And 7 to 8 hours of sleep, it's because we lose weight during sleeping, and our body removes toxins from our body during sleeping, and we either urinate or, they come out one way or another. So it's so great, because that's why your mental clarity is better. You figure that you're going to get those toxins out of your body one way or another. And exercise most days, literally, that can be a 30-minute walk. So we're not advocating hard, intense exercise. And if you already do, you can do that. It's not like you have to stop, because on some diets or cleanses, you have no energy and you can't exercise. Not true on Shred 10. So you can keep doing what you've always done, but you want to move your body every day. And this says reduce or eliminate. So it's up to you. I do say you'll get the best results if you eliminate caffeine, alcohol, eating after 6 p.m. and processed foods. So I will tell you that we do that. Sometimes I'll drink decaf coffee some, and then sometimes I just go to herb tea. For me personally, we usually eat dinner at 7. I try to eat earlier, and sometimes we do, but sometimes we do eat like at 7, but at least have 3 to 4 hours for digestion before you go to bed. So that's the idea behind that. And eliminate gluten and dairy and artificial and refined sugars. So those are the guidelines. And let me show. So this shred guide, I'm happy to show you. I'm happy to we can share that with you too. And then the last thing I want to show you is the pricing. Well, maybe just once. Okay, so this is just the shred pricing. There's the other things you can add too, but I wanted you to see this. So that quad I referred to, the fruit, vegetable, berry, and the omegas, is $112.50 a month, breaks down to $3.75 a day, and you're getting your bases covered. You don't need a multivitamin. You don't need to add in anything else unless you feel like you need something else added to that. The complete shakes, there's 60 servings in each order, and you can do vanilla, chocolate, or variety, which is 2 of each. And it comes in these single serve sachets, 6, so it'd be 60, or you can get the 15 serving pouches, which is 4. So the difference is the pouches are $152 paid in full, or the single serve is $168. You can always do it monthly. You don't have to do it pay in full. And it's this one would be the single serve is $42 a month, and this one's $38 a month, because everything we do is in a 4-month supply. So like even this one up here, this is like your daily fruits and vegetables. I recommend doing it by the month. So that's $112.50 a month. And then you could do pay in full on your shakes, that's 60 servings, or you can do it monthly. That's up to you. We didn't talk about Perform, but that's our kind of athletes shakes, which you know, if you have athletes in your life, this is great. Or anybody just needs more protein. This one is 25 grams of protein versus our complete shakes. The normal ones are 13 grams of protein. Okay, and then you could also go to the trio, which is the 3 blend, and that's $80 a month. And everything ships in a 4-month supply. You can start and stop at any time, but that's the way it's set up. So the 3 blend, it's just those fruit, red, green, and purple. And then we have the trio chewables or gummies, which a lot of people love those, adults and kids. That's $82.50 a month. And with any of these orders, you can add in a child or grandchild for a free order. I love this because they only have to be 4 years old, between 4 and 25. And you can get the capsules or the chewables. If they're 13 or over, they'll get a full adult order of the fruit and veggies for free. So that's pretty phenomenal. Kids can also get it. I mean, this is, you would pay for these, but let me get down here. Oh, it didn't. Hold on. Well, anyway, this is adding in. This is not, doesn't make sense probably. Berry blend chewables or berry blend capsules or the omegas. That's the regular prices. This is if you wanted to add it in, but I want you to know you get a free order for a child with your adult order up here. Okay. So that's what that looks like. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Questions or thoughts? Anything that you want to ask about or share?
I'm sorry, Donna, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I think it sounds really good. I need to get in some type of I'm taking a lot of vitamins, but I think if I could get all the vitamins just with that and get rid of all the ones I'm spending probably just as much on that as I am, with this. So it sounds really nice. Emma's been trying to get me to do this for quite a while, I must say.
Great daughter-in-law.
She is the best. She's the best.
Well, one thing I'll say to that, Donna, is, if you look at your multivitamin, you'll see that it shows that it's a supplement label, as opposed to when you look at your Juice Plus label, it says nutrition facts, because there's a difference. One is food, that's Juice Plus, and the other are isolated vitamins and minerals that are made in labs. And the studies constantly are showing that those encapsulated multivitamins are not absorbing in our body. So we're spending all this money and our body doesn't really know what to do with it. And so it becomes expensive urine, really. Where Juice
Right.
Plus, Mimi didn't share this, but there's 47 published studies, and what is it, 20 on bioavailability, Mimi? So that
Yeah.
shows, the studies are showing that Juice Plus gets in the body and the body knows what to do with it, right? So you're getting thousands of small amounts of nutrition from that array of the fruits and vegetables, as opposed to high doses of isolated vitamins and minerals that are in those supplements, right? So that's a huge difference. And then one of the things I just want to say about the shred that I love is that you've got a community, right? So you're going to be making all these healthy habits. I mean, everything that is on that shred, if you could even adopt half of them, you will be much healthier because of it. But if we are trying to do these things consistently, when we are shredding, we are in a group of people, if you're on Facebook, or you could connect with Emily and she could give you some encouragement, but you've got that encouragement from people that are doing it alongside you, which is great. And then there's recipes, and there's always that opportunity just to feel that connection to a community than just trying to do it by yourself, because when you do it by yourself, your brain wants to put you right back to your old ways, and you will find your brain fighting with you, trying to stop you from doing the things are better for you, right? So that's one of the things I love about the community, is that you get that oomph, like that one day that you're like, oh, but I want to eat this, right? The brain's like, oh, just go and have some potato chips. And it's not on the guidelines, right? You know that. Your smart brain will tell you that. But the brain that is trying to keep you small is going to tell you something different. Then you've got those people in the group just encouraging you. And then next thing you know, that day, you can check all those things off, or most of those things off on that tracker. And then you pat yourself on the back. That's what I love. And then also, Mimi didn't say this, but I did want to say, one of the things that I've found with the Juice Plus Complete for women, especially because it is soy protein, and that is non-GMO water washed soy, right? So that is when people think of soy, oftentimes soy has gotten a bad rap because the most of the soy that's grown in this country is GMO, and it is not good for our systems. Well, Juice Plus is complete opposite. And it actually, the isoflavones that are in the soy actually help us balance out our hormones. And regardless of where you are in the spectrum of your stages, whether you are, someone that still has your period, or you're in menopausal stage where you may be having some symptoms that are not real fun, those isoflavones help balance out those hormones. And I mean, Mimi would just share, do you want to share that story you were telling me yesterday?
Yeah.
Mimi?
Yeah. In fact, I invited her to come, and she couldn't come today, but she said, I was shocked because I realized that I was having hot flashes. And I mean, she knew that she was having like 5 a day, she said. And then when she started the shakes, gone, totally gone. And for me, another one of those win stories is I was starting to get osteoarthritis in my hand. And when I started doing the shakes and all the capsules, within 6 months, it was gone. It wasn't like better, it was gone. So it's amazing what nutrition does for our body. And that's all it is. This is just a way, I have all my 4 bottles here. It's just a way to add more nutrition because we just can't get it all in on a daily basis. So, and Emily, were you going to say something? Can you talk?
Sorry. Yeah, we're about to zip out to a soccer game, but I wanted to see when y'all are planning on doing the next shred, because y'all know I love Juice Plus. Like, I've seen so many results personally with my blood work and Miles's asthma, but I've never done a shred. And I think I'm excited to try that out in the new year and see the difference that can make too. So I was going to see, I know you usually do the group with that. So I was going to see like when y'all are planning on kicking that off.
I'm glad you asked that question. So December 1, we're actually starting a shred 10. So I tell people, if you want to get your stuff now, enjoy the holiday, and you can start December 1. Or some people are just doing a smoothie a day, December 1. We're going to do 10 days of festive smoothies. So you'll get the recipes in advance, the grocery list and all that. Then we're shutting it down for Christmas. And then January, we're going to do a shred every other week. So if you look at your calendar, we just decided this yesterday. It'd be like the first, third, and fifth Monday of January. So I'll get those dates together. But if you look at your calendar, you can see what works, so you can make it.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. And the recipe guides, I think, are just a game changer to make it so approachable too.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. Well, I'm going to stop the recording.